Alright, what is good? DAILYXANDER number 54, starting it extremely late. It is now currently 6:35. Just been walking for about the past 25 minutes or so from work. Busy day. Pretty much there from 9 to 6. Just mainly spending the day shadowing and taking care of some other business that I have to, as far as the whole training program to become a trainer. As I kind of knew going into it, I knew I'd have to spend more time before I could actually become a trainer there, which is okay. Just kind of the nature of it, since it is a little different than what I originally went to school for. No biggie there, it'll all pay off, of course. Just as a lot of young people probably struggle with. Not so much me. I've always been a pretty patient person, but patience is definitely a key characteristic in a lot of situations, is just being able to be patient. So for this, I gotta be patient until I can actually have my own clients and come up with my own programs, although it's pretty basic though, for the most part, because a lot of the stuff you put clients on involves some form or another of equipment. So, I mean, obviously you can still come up with your own stuff, of course. But predominantly, at least at core, you're focusing mainly on pieces of equipment that can aid in helping individuals with these different neurological conditions regain some form of what they used to have prior, or a good portion of what they used to have prior. Anyways, feeling good, of course. What's really neat is right now it's a full moon. And I forget, one of the clients I was talking to today, she was pretty heavily into astrology. And she was going into depth as far as what this type of moon would be. And I want to say she said something along the lines of a Gemini. I could be botching that as far as where this falls on the full moon scale. That's outside my any experience that I know of when it comes to astrology. But it's still pretty cool, as the moon is extremely lit right now. And that is pretty amazing that we have this, when you put it in comparison to Earth, the small piece, well, I shouldn't even say small, but this other piece of mass orbiting us at all times, and it can dictate key features on our Earth based off where it orbits. So for instance, you look at high tide and low tide, with the water levels coming up to the shoreline. That can be dictated as far as the pull the moon has on Earth. And that's pretty interesting right there. And it's also just a good reminder, looking at it, that there's much more out there, of course, than just where we physically are present in the moment. For example, where I'm standing right now in Altamont Springs, Florida, United States, North America, Northern Hemisphere, aka world spot. And then you look out over to my left, which you can't really see now because it's covered up, but there's the moon, and it's just a reminder that there's much more out there, and that's just literally our neighbor. Just imagine what's, of course, past our neighbor being the moon. A plentiful amount of really undiscovered objects and masses, and you name it, is out there. So that's always in the back of my mind for a lot of things. But yeah, on tap tonight. Well, I got a message. I should before I say what's on tap tonight, got a message saying that my power was back on. So I'm about to find out. As you can see, there's the moon right there, nice and bright. I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, you can see that. Yeah, totally. Got a message that my power's back on, so I got that all squared away. So I'm yet to go to the post office. Eventually get to that. I don't get to it during this week. I'll get to it on Saturday. I'll definitely make sure I go to the post office on Saturday. And I'm just going to be doing some more work again with my job to become as proficient and understanding of different aspects of the job as possible. Can I cross? Can I cross? Can I cross? Nope, cannot cross. Just waiting to cross this busy intersection. But I'm probably going to go to Whole Foods again because I like just the environment there, and it's nice and cool. And I'm able to people watch while I do work there. I'm pretty fascinated by just watching people in general. I can pass a tremendous amount of time just people watching. Like if I had a job or any type of lifestyle where I was traveling a lot and going through airports, I would actually love that. Mainly I love just walking around and observing people. That's a joy of mine for some reason. I guess it kind of relates back to like seeing the moon for me and knowing there's something more out there. Just seeing a high amount of different type of people in a short amount of time is just a great reminder that there's much more out there than just what I'm currently seeing in this present moment. So, yeah, I really like people watching airports, especially. But Whole Foods kind of gives me the same feel where I just kind of sit in the seated area where I use the Wi-Fi, and it allows me to see all the incoming and outgoing customers and just observe them. So, with that said, I'm going to continue on my journey here. This has now been coming up on 8 minutes shortly on this video of the Daily Xander number 54. Let's see, I'm doing a total of 365 of these at least for my goal. So, a fourth of that is roughly around the 90 video mark. Ooh, I can cross. I'm going to cross right now. Alright, still alive, of course. Just accidentally turned my camera off when I was crossing the intersection there. So just to touch on what I'm doing tonight, just kind of same old, same old. I'm going to go to Whole Foods, get a coffee, also get some dinner later before that, and do some work for my work, and just people watch. I really enjoy people watching, and go from there. I got to be at work a little much earlier than I was today because we have team photos at 8:15. Got to rock the black polo, and get it in. Looking forward to it. Another day, another dollar, another holla. Catch you in the next part. Peace. Just walked in, and guess who's got some power? Yeah! Yo. Bedtime for Bonzo, going to bed early here. About to get it all in tomorrow once more. I think I'm going to try and wake up extremely early because I'm going to bed so early. I wasn't feeling necessarily working more with my study materials for my job. So I'm going to aim for getting up around 4. Get ready, be dressed by around 4:40 or so, 4:45. Head out to Denny's, work at Denny's for a couple hours, and then head out. I gotta be at my job around 8:05ish or so, because I was doing pictures around 8:15, and then get the day started and do it all again. This has been the Daily Xander number 54. Pleasure as always. Peace, love, unity, and respect, and thank you for watching.